Are you into this kind of thing? Probably not you. But you probably know somebody that is. What do you think? What's going on, guys? We're working on some copper rigs in Woodland. They're finishing up, but they're not quite done. We don't have any laced up to show you, but if you're not familiar with them, they look just like this one right here in green. It's actually more Ranger green than OD green. But we got them coming in Woodland, and they will look like this. The cards are fully wrapped, so they're Woodland on the face. Super nice. I have visor covers available in Coyote, gray, gray black, black, and black red. We have a pile of each of those, a stack of each of them. 5x7 right in the rain. These are pretty cool if you've not seen them. Hold a 5x7 right in the rain. Has card slots on the side here that'll hold business cards or credit cards or debit cards. And this is a pocket, so you can put your pen, pencils in there. Anything with a pocket clip will fit in there. More bandoliers. These are the free giveaways. We did a bunch of firewood carriers. Those came off the line today in multicam black / multicam. That's on one side. That's on the other side. That's what those look like. Here's a few cop rigs. Looks like we got like 3, maybe 4 still available. Those cop rigs will do AK, well, they'll do M4 mags or shotgun. Here are some battery pull-out tray pouches. 123s on one side, AA's, triples on the other. If you wanted to run something other than 123s, you could jam a couple of AA's or AAA's in there. And they have a grommet right here, so you can tether them with 550 cord. So as you pull these out, you still have retention on these. You can put Velcro through here and Velcro them 2 things. We also make a Velcro version of this. And, so you can Velcro them on your dash pad or your visor cover or anywhere that has Velcro. Multi-tool pouches. These are the new multi-tool pouches. These are on SOE Quick Ship. Raptor pouches. The Quick Ship also. New tourniquet pouch. This is not anywhere yet. I only made a few of those so far. Pistol mag cards. Those are A2 light pouches. Those are Leatherman pouches, maybe. Dual pistols right there. Belts that were made today. Out on the floor, we are currently working 1-quart canteens. Those are more cop rigs. Those are 1-quart canteens. You know what? Those are, yeah, those are cop rigs. Nope, those are AKM4 micros. These right here are AKM4 micros also. Woodland. They'll be fully Woodland on the outside. Compact tear-off for the cop rigs. More cards for the cop rigs. More cards. Those are probably for the, there's probably some shotgun rigs coming also. Eight mag stacked chest rigs right there. And I heard we're about to do M1 Grand chest rigs. Not sure what color those are. I just heard talk of that today. Rallyman mag pouches right here will be going. What color are these? Coyote for that batch. These, probably 1-quarts. Yep, 1-quarts. And there's pieces being sewn right there on 1-quarts. Anything else? I know we cut covert rigs today. I know a bunch of covert rigs were cut today. I do have Coyote 12-gauge micros in both left-hand and right-hand rigs. Wrench rolls. I've got some wrench rolls available. Woodland Orange and Typhon Toxic. These are all compact tear-offs that go on cop rigs. So, what is up? How are we? We filmed all day from about 10:30 to 4 o'clock probably. Did a Pulling the Thread podcast. Did the members only question and answer. And then we recorded a video on padded H set and hydro carrier, and then properly attaching the hydro carrier onto your H set and your rig. Has anybody received one of the knife stands yet? Any of you guys have these yet? You know where these go really nice? In like a display cabinet. If you own like an Oakley case or even a smaller case. And Oakley made some small desktop cases too. But man, these would be super nice for displaying all of your knives. Like all of mine right now are set on the shelves in Oakley cases. But to have this, man, it would be really nice. You could really see them better and it would illuminate them better with the lighting. All right, what's up? Brandon McGuire, WebDad, Seaside, Bob's, The Real 111, Evan Haley, what's up? Chuck, what's going on? Hamster, Zachary Vol, Kiri, hello Kiri. James Young, Byron Roberts, Shockzone, Simmerwell, what's up? Should we do some kind of event here? Should we do another, like the Homestead thing, like Self-Reliance Festival? That was never kind of like what I wanted to do with it. It just kind of became that. Should we do something kind of along those lines, but not so locked in to just homesteading? Just shit that our friends and family are into, right? If you have some kind of business that doesn't really fit like into homesteading, like prepper, tactical, you know, whatever. Just if you have something, fucking show up and bring it, you know? Whether it be like off-road, overland, fucking fabrication of some sort, like anything like that. Should we do something like that? I keep getting asked about Self-Reliance Festival, like a lot lately, which is weird. Now, like where were all those people 2 years ago? But just something different, kind of a, not as organized, you know? Kind of like the first one was. Got all my orders caught up. Nice, nice. I know we were talking about you today. We were talking about Simmerwell. Wet and Dirty. Hey, what's up, dude? Seaside Short. Got your wrench roll. What color did you get, Zachary Wall? Gadget Con. I like Gadget Con. Baofeng. I got some new Baofengs. We've been using the shit out of those actually around here. Yes, we should, but I'm fucking biased. Well, it would be you that's doing it all. Maybe not, though. Maybe it doesn't have to be like that. Seaside, what's up? Chuck Peoples. Will you ever no, I don't ever want to retire. Like, I already been to prison. Like, I already did my time fucking being slow and not doing as much, right? Like, no. If I retire, I will die. Like, I think most people die when they retire. Or they try to start something else and they just don't have the momentum and they've used the energy, right? So why not just keep the thing that you do going? It can evolve into something else. It can have subsidiaries or sister companies or divisions. But if you have something that works, why don't you just, especially if it's working, just keep working it. Typhon Toxic. Like, I fucking really enjoy what I do. There's little aspects of it here and there that I don't, but lately, man, I've just been fucking on a sewing machine. Like, we record content on Wednesday and Friday, so a lot of my Monday, Tuesday is kind of just consuming content, catching up on current things, doing some research, being ready for Wednesday. But lately, I've been spending like 2 hours outside every day doing the animals, which it doesn't take that. Like, I can do it in 20 minutes when it's running smoothly. And I've just been sewing, like, a lot. I enjoy that shit. All of my stuff is here. Like, a lot of dudes have to go somewhere to go do something they want to do. I can do all of that here. Like, I don't have to go to a workshop. I don't have to go to a garage to work on my shit. I don't have to go to a gym. Like, I do what I want. And more importantly, I don't do what I don't want to do. Like, No, I don't want to retire, man. And if that's your thing, and you plan to put in like another 5 so you can retire, I kind of feel sorry for you guys. Like, I've created a life that I don't have to go on vacation to escape the life that I have. We go out every weekend and do some shit, and then we're ready to be back here. As long as you have purpose, but most people retire without purpose. Yeah, they do, man. Sling bags. We've not made sling bags. I think we have an open order. I think we have some actually cut to be built. Nothing works. There's not a sling bag out there that works as well as a 2-strap bag. And I never put on a single strap bag, and I'm happy with it. Like, I would much rather have a 2-strap bag. And the sling bag we make is our mini pack. Like, our mini pack, it's the same patterns. The mini pack is just twice as thick off your body, but it runs so much better. Like a single pack bag, yeah, a single strap bag, you can use it, but a 2-strap bag is way more stable, and you can just put it on one shoulder if you want to. Like, you can still do that. Love my job. Air traffic, very cool. But we age out at 56, they mandatorily retire you. Can you do something? Can you start a business right now that's still kind of in the industry somehow? Just ordered a few gear hangers today. Super excited to have something like that for my gear. Well, thank you, dude. Amanda has made a lot of those. Like, I can't believe how many guys are ordering those. Fupa is a sling bag too. The Fupa is a sling bag. It's absolutely. I wear it as a crossbody bag all the time. When my grandfather was in his 80s, he would talk about how different he was in his 60s versus his 70s. The difference is he retired in that timeline. Drinking beer, watching NASCAR is an ugly way to go. What's up? Just ordered. Love my job. That's the goal. I think we've read all these. 56. Yeah, 56 is not that old. I'm 56, right? How old am I? 55, 54? Pretty close. She is going nuts with that 3D printer. Not really. She can control a lot of that shit. She's got to go out and change things here and there, but like, for the most part, she controls most of it off of an app. May 17th, St. Louis Oddities and Curiosities Expo. A lot of weird stuff. So I've been to all those. I know the guys that run. There's 2 of those shows, 2 separate shows that travel around. And I know the guys that run both of those. And if you've not been and you're interested in that, you should absolutely go. You will have a good time. And I'm sure there's a ton of other cool shit in St. Louis to do while you're there. 0 notifications 2 days in a row. Weird. I wonder why it's doing that. Anybody on here get notification? Can she make a rigid battery carrier? I'm sure she can. We just did, what did we just do? What's the original one? Makita. She just did Makita. St. Louis. Yeah, St. Louis is what, like 4 hours from me? Notifications received both days, all content good. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason. Every day you'll see guys saying they didn't get notifications. You guys seen these? These are pretty neat. This is a jet boil spoon, and my understanding is they make a fork also. Amazon only had the spoon. It's called the trail spoon, and this has this detent here that will extend this handle out, so you can get down into your jet boil and eat out of there, right? It'll extend as needed. And then it's got silicone around the edge, so it's not giving you all that clanking sound and, scraping them up like a lot of the titanium or stainless or aluminum ones will. Yeah, they make a fork. I saw a video review on it. I ordered this and thought, man, this is pretty cool. I'm going to see if I like it and get some more of these. Guys were asking on the lives today on the questions on the video, asking if we would, build a link page on Amazon, and we actually have it. We've just not populated it, so we'll get to some of that. Is the handle silicone? The handle is not silicone. It is just silicone where you see the orange around here. The handle is whatever plastic or polymer this is made of. And you can pull this all the way out, which means you can also wash it all the way. And then that's the spring and the detent that it has 3 settings here. There. And then that zip tie is pushing that one down, so it'll go free, but there, and then all the way in. But our Jetboil pouches, as do our Nalgene pouches, have slots specifically to hold utensils in there. If anybody is near Tennessee here, Franklin, you know, Nashville area, there is a dude over there that has 10,000 cases of MREs. And I believe, I want to say it's 72 or 84. I think it's 72 cases on a pallet. And it's $1,000. You get them if you buy $1,000 of MRE cases, you get them for $20 a case. That's a fucking pretty good deal. There's dudes selling them for $25 a case, but you buy 2, that's $50, and then you're going to pay another, you know, $25 in shipping. You're going to pay $75 for 2 cases. That's a good deal too. But that is not $20 a case, and they're brand new. Expiration date's like a year or 2, which doesn't mean shit. These have been kept at 72 climate controlled the whole entire time, if you were to believe, you know, the advertisement for them, which I do, because he got them. We know where they came from. They all came from the same places. But that's a good fucking price. And an MRE that expired yesterday or last year is not a concern. Like, we have eaten MREs that are fucking 30 years out of expiration date at this point. There's a dude that makes an entire YouTube channel over eating expired military meals. So if you did have a bad one, you would 100% know it when you open it, and you would know not to eat it. So, but that's a good deal if you're close here, because you're not going to have to pay shipping on them. Woodland Leatherman bit pouch, quick ship. Received a regular Leatherman pouch. I can't even imagine how that happened, because the 2 entire printouts look absolutely completely different, and they're not even kept in the same place. Send me a photo of what you got. We'll pull that up and check that out. I cannot even imagine. I personally pull those, and then somebody else pulls them out of the box, looks at them, and ships them. And this looks entirely different than the normal one does. I love that guy that eats the 80. Yeah, 80-year-old, he sure does, yeah. You get about 99% of all notifications, YouTube, Patreon. That's fucking great. That's better than I get. I get notifications hours after I'm live that SOE went live. Our Jetboil tanks, the same size as Nalgene. Our Jetboil tanks. Do you mean the gas tanks that come in there? And there's a couple sizes, but there is one that goes inside of the Jetboil. Just if you got the text tonight, Green Mountain, just reply to the text. I also don't have any extras. I cannot imagine how that happened. Never get a notification for anything that isn't the live. Yeah, that's weird too. I wonder if that's in your settings somehow. Any of you guys have a use for this? We could set this up for a M4 Mag 2 horizontal. This is just Velcro 1 wrap. Sewn in place. It's an elastic tube and a smaller elastic tube. You could put a full-size chem light in there. You could put a Sharpie in there. That is a Cat 7. You can put anything of similar size in there, and it just sits horizontal. We could do them vertical also. We could also do them with Velcro so that they will lock into the side on your placards or on your cummerbund. Gary Johnson, what's up, dude? Yeah, there's 66 on here. 40 thumbs up. Double tap that screen for us. That'll give a like on most of the devices. Here's one of those battery pull-out pouches I was talking about. We make them Velcro packed also. That's what that looks like. For the elastic, I currently have black and I have multicam black. We will order. I feel like I have cases of it somewhere. We just got to find the cases of the other women. No, no mystery tins have shipped yet. Grumpy Plumber, what's up, dude? Battery pouch will fit a soft tee. Yeah, the battery pouch absolutely will. With some extra room, you could put some other shit in there for sure. You think the tourniquet would fit? Do you think that the tourniquet would fit on a stock? Are you talking about this? Would this fit on a stock? Actually, now that you mention it, yeah, it sure it would. It would fit on a stock. I think that, yeah, absolutely, it would fit on a stock. I would probably even go a little redundant on the one wrap here. If on a tube, right, we're talking on a buffer tube, put that on the buffer tube, and then take another piece of Velcro and lock it where this meets over the top of it. Yeah, it absolutely, it most definitely would. Getting into riot season, you think it'll go? It won't go bad where I am. I will have to very much go out of my way to witness or participate in a riot. I do have a lot of OC and CS type devices that I would be interested in seeing. Watch Grunt Proof's republished video on the stacked rig. That was what was the elastic loops under the mag. So they're originally for ALS pocket smokes. ALS makes actual incendiary devices and pyro and demo, real flashbangs and stuff. They used to make a pocket smoke grenade, which was every bit as good as an actual military issue smoke, which they make. But they were small and they were fucking great. You could put 3 of them in a pocket, in a hoodie pocket, right? More than that. But the ATF since has banned that and classified the ignition system as a destructive device. So civilian ownership is like mandatory. You might as well have a machine gun, right? So those went away. We left the loops on there. Guys put tourniquets inside them. They put fold-up antennas. They put cabling. You can put all kinds of shit in them. My intention has been to remove the elastic loops off of all of the rigs across the board and run multiple small grommets. That is a lot of labor. The grommets, we are always behind on grommets, and doing that would add 4 grommets to each mag pouch. So 4, 8, 10, 12, right? It would even, on a big rig, it would be 16 grommets. So until I get a press that will punch multiple holes and discuss with somebody about an auto loader, basically like a progressive reloading press. They make them where you just pour, there's a hopper on top, and the machine indexes and sorts them, and then a pneumatic press. But my intention is to remove all the elastic, run grommets, and then you guys can get a bungee kit, which will do the exact same thing. But by running bungee, you could run anything underneath there. And that's why those grommets are in the bottom of your FUPAs and your FUPA XLs. Those 4 grommets are to run bungees through there so that you can put tourniquets or smokes, full-size smokes, anything underneath there. Road flares, I mean, anything you want to carry there, you could carry in that manner with those bungees. Summer, right? Yeah, I think you are going to see some summer. Does that answer your question, 802? Where's the best place to buy shock cord? Unless you're buying rolls of it in quantity, Amazon, dude. You can get fucking almost all your raw goods at this point you can get on Amazon. What's up? Just watching goofy animals eating. Too funny. Don't ask because I can't tell you. Okay. Would a non-spec PAL loop be less labor than grommets? Maybe. The grommets are cleaner though. Anytime we have to sew something small, which is what that would be, it is way more labor to do the small thing. Like the most labor on these, even though like these pockets inside, right? This pocket here, this pocket here, this pocket here, this is an entire different assembly. Those are all 3 separate pieces. The most labor on these is putting the pals on the back. I mean, it needs to stop printing stuff I didn't know I wanted. Yeah. What color do you have in stock of a stacked rig? Stacked micro rig or like an 8-mag stacked chest rig? 8-mag stacked chest rigs. I have multicam black and I have Highlander. I also have a pile of them over here cut in woodland that they started today, and I have a pile in multicam which I think some of the pre-sew has been done on. If we're talking stacked micro rigs, I'll have to go look. I don't know. The stacked micro is small, right? That's the smallest rig we make. It's 10.5 inches across. How does the knife stand do with fixed blades? I'm sure it's fine with fixed blades because they're going to balance, right? You're going to put your handle over here, your choil right up against here, and it's going to be fine. All my fixed blades are locked in cabinets upstairs, so I will have some tomorrow night. We'll put them on the video and you can see them. I don't have any of them down here. Tiffany Company Swiss Army knife at an antique store in a Tiffany blue box. That's very cool. I think that's more recent, right? I think that's more of a recent sale, not antique, although it might also be. But that's very cool, man. Been getting bottles and the shrink wrap off Amazon. Everything's on Amazon, like fucking everything. And some of the raw goods on Amazon I like better than some of the raw goods we use. We just can't get enough to match them, you know. And they're offshore, right? So that's kind of a no-go. But looks like you've gotten used to the glasses. They fit your. I only put them on to read. They're literally readers. Like I see everything beyond here fine. I just put them on when I read, and if I've been wearing them at all, I can't see shit afterwards. There's raw goods on there's raw goods on eBay for sure too. Yeah, there certainly is. Although when I look for stuff on eBay, it's less and less, I think. Amazon has Amazon has a program called Starfish. And I don't know how public this. It's out there publicly. You can look it up and know what I'm talking about. Amazon has a program called Starfish. It's an AI program, and it crawls the internet looking for things for sale. And they will fabricate a page selling the thing you make or sell, and they will take orders and they use it as arbitrage, basically. So Amazon's goal is to put all of the other online sellers out of business. I don't know how that's going to work when they're buying shit from companies that they're going to put out of business. But Amazon is also known, there's a company called Built Right Industries, and they make very nice aftermarket parts that were originally like for Ford Raptors, mostly. They do Toyotas and other shit now. Molly panels and tool organization and stuff like that. Real nice stuff, high-end stuff. And Built Right Industries was selling on Amazon, and they had a very high ranking. And then a company popped up selling their shit at about half the price, 30% less, and it was manufactured in China. And through some research, and I think some lawsuits, they found out that Amazon basically was setting companies up to copy products that were being sold on Amazon, and then they would drive all the traffic. When you would search Built Right Industries, they would downrank them greatly and push the product they were affiliated with and sell those. Built Right Industries actually made several videos busting this out and talking about this. So there's a lot of that out there. Getting into commercial radios now. Got HOTS for Bendix. I just got some digital analog slash analog Baofangs, Matt, and they actually punch straight through this steel building. Where my Baofangs, the like 2 m 440, doesn't work through these steel walls. These DMR radios fucking punch right through the wall and fucking miles up the road. Handy talkies, $65 a piece. Said something the other day about getting one shipping account just for the free printer and then using another shipper. Can you read? Yeah, so Artificial Fool, if you want to ship zebra printers, for instance, that's what Clayton, Mil-Spec Monkey, I think is who told me this years ago. You can get a zebra printer, which is your thermal printer, you know, prints out your labels. It's what, if you've ever got a shipping from us, that's what we use. If you set up a UPS account, they will give you a thermal printer, a brand new zebra printer. Now, you can buy zebra printers and older ones and stuff, but as time goes on, Zebra no longer supports the old printers, right? So you can't get updates for new software and stuff. But if you get an Amazon account, I think it's $1 a month or $4 a month, I don't remember which. UPS will send you this printer. They will also give you a box of labels. Now, if you're starting out, a box of labels will last you years. I don't know how many labels are on a roll, but there's a fucking lot, and I think there's 12 rolls in this fucking box that they will send you. They send you the labels for free. Zebra does the same with handheld scanners. So you can get this thing, and then you can set up whatever you use, you know, ShipStation, Pirate Ship, whatever, and you will have this printer. If you have to buy the printers used are about $400. New, I think they're about $700. Yeah, I know what I said. I'm second guessing myself, and the information I'm giving you is a few years old. I do know that they still do this. I do not know what the current rate is. DM32s, that's what I have. That's what they are. Hold on a second. You can text with these also, just like you used to with your old cell phones. You can text in that manner. You can send your GPS location. You can actually track with them. Zebra printer from UPS, yes. That is correct. How well does the DM32 fit in the single Rallyman? In the Rallyman, the Rallyman would be big. This is our extended radio pouch right here. You could fit this in a Rallyman pouch and still put another mag in there probably. Smaller shippers, not John scale. Brother monochrome laser printer, $1,000. That might even be good for us. Any chance you'll make a modular split front chest rigs? We have some cut right now. I saw them last night, I think. There's modular split front chest rigs up here. I'm not sure what color. It's probably yours. You're probably the reason we're making it. Where did that go? Modular split front OD chest rig. There is 8, so I suspect there's probably 2 orders. Yeah, this guy is Anthony Boham and Daniel Reel, it looks like. Ruben Molsey, were you one of those guys I just read off? Had issues with every commercial label printer in warehouse. Zebras are way better. I just know Zebra was like kind of top of the game when we started using those. I use an Amazon $53 printer, $2 labels, 8,000 labels in the last 6 months. 0 issues. We use label for meals. Nice, nice. Thermal printers are the best for shipping label considering cost per label. Clever, what up? Extended, yeah, this is the extended radio pouch. Matt, I don't know if you ever saw it. We've made it for, I don't know, a couple of years now, I think. And so it's got the cradle on the bottom, so you can run a radio in here. This will fit, you know, your small VX6Rs will fit in here with some space, and you'll still have room for your side attachment for your, you know, mic or headset stuff. This radio sits a little high in here, and then this cover comes over because I wanted this adjustability right here, but really I just wanted to be able to cover that Velcro up. And then you have bungee here, so you can run a taller radio, or you can tighten this up here and tie the knot off, and, you know, still have tension on a shorter radio. Well, the pouch fits the radio with a speaker mic connected to it. This one, yeah, I believe it will. Where's the? We were actually looking at that today, talking about that. So here's the side. Will it? I'm not sure, Matt. I'm not sure. It's going to recess down a little. You could bump the radio up a little bit, put a spacer or something in the bottom, and then it would definitely clear it. Or, I don't know, maybe we make a side cover. We used to make a radio pouch that had a side flap there. Maybe we just modify these into a Mark II of this for that situation. Preferred malice clips. I prefer the actual malice clips, and you want to use the newer ones, the ones that are scalloped. The material is thinner, they're more pliable, they're much easier to put on and weave, and they fit. We used to have problems on like a 1.5 inch wide pouch. A lot of the reasons that we continue to make like the multi-tooled and the light pouches 1.5 inches wide was because the malice clips had to be this wide, and we still had a problem getting them through here. The new scalloped malice clips are a little narrower, they are thinner, and they go through here much, much easier. So those are the ones you want. You can get them in tan, and you can get them in black. They make a short and they make a long. And really, when you're ordering it, whether you get it, you know, from direct from Tactical Tailor, who makes them, or you get them off Amazon or any other, you know, LA Police Gear, whatever, buy yourself a handful of them. Get you an extra dozen, an extra 24 or whatever. You are going to use those. That is just something that anybody who owns a rifle and does any kind of gear stuff has, you know, putting anything together, you will use those things to attach things together. Just like you should, everybody should have some 550 cord. You should have some rigger tape, 100-mile-an-hour tape, duct tape, Gorilla tape, whatever. You should have a little bit of extra plastic pieces, repair kits, and you should have some malice clips. We can expand that list greatly of things that men should have, but you should have, if you're buying some malice clips, buy some extras. I could also, you could absolutely mod the pouch. We could just cut it down with a hot knife or, you know, whatever. But I mean, we can build something specifically for these bigger radios, because there does seem to be quite a few of them out there. There's one called like a trail radio or something that guys seem to like, where this is more contained. We don't need to worry about hot swapping this battery because it's fucking screwed in place, and it quick charges out of C. They do sell additional batteries for these. I haven't looked at Evan's. I know Evan's got some other radios. I don't know if he's got this particular one, but I know he has quite a few. Pierre, what's up, dude? Do a Mark II pouch would be in. Yeah, we could do that. I think the speaker mount for that radio is massive. I have it. It came with it. Did you see the radios and CJNG cartel soldiers were carrying in picks, handhelds with about 10 antennas each? I question whether those are real, right? like Persistent Technologies and stuff has, you know, 3. Would you put it past some cartel guys to have some airsoft chassis that is just a VX, you know, 8R or UV8R or something in there? Running like 2 meters, or, you know, even job site radios. TID radio is another, and Ham Geek is the same form. So that's the Malice clip. Did that answer your question, 802 Copilot? Amazon network runs off Zebra devices. Was Amazon Web Services down?
Yes.
I'm asking them, not you. Is it down now? Half the fucking world's internet was down this morning. When we woke up, we didn't have any orders after 8 o'clock last night. Anybody that went to the website was unable to check out. That happened last week also. That happens to be happening more and more and more. There are a lot of companies talking about that. Yeah, I've bought a few different ones and figured out. So there's a ton of them. I really thought I wanted the Hypalon ones. They were, you know, thin, and there's light, and they're less costly, and you can put a bunch of them in a smaller footprint, right, if you're going to put them in your pack or something. You can't, they're fucking impossible to put on. You got to use hemostats to weave them. The Malice clips are just rigid enough that you can fucking put those through without using an additional tool. Haley makes a Malice clip replacement called the Mandible. It's flat, laser cut, hook and loop. Yeah, you got to use a tool to put them on though. It's just, you can use Velcro one wrap. First Spear, since their inception, since Carver's son started First Spear, they have always used Velcro one wrap. We've had it. We have it here. We use it for rolling up tails on packs and stuff and dominating them and on slings. This is the first time I've actually sewed it on to a product today on these tourniquet pouches. That one wrap is sewn. I like the butter knife to put the Malice clips. Yep. Yeah, man, we tried everything. We bought all kinds of shit. Had to use my Digit multi-tool for non-Navy types. Hear about the solo Bitcoin miner person today that mined a block of Bitcoin, 3.125 Bitcoin, on a 75 rented rig from Big Data Center, $207,000. I did not hear about that. How does he rent that? How does that work? Pierre told me years ago we should be doing miners. And then instead he bought a fucking electric car. That dude hit the lottery, 1 in a billion chance. You rent processing power. So, is the cartel conflict at rest right now? Or is there still chaos in the streets? Pierre's a great idea guy, not so much an execution guy. Everybody screenshot that. Remind him of that occasionally. My radios didn't come with that style antenna. These ones, it came with a stubby too. It's got a little stubby. It's got this. And I mean, who knows what this really is? I mean, it's $65 for each radio kit. Who knows what the fuck's actually in here? But I mean, they work. They fucking punch straight through this building. And once your boy Rob got out, the cartel fight got boring. Yeah, he was there with Keenan. I think the handheld things with multiple antennas may be this handheld 4G. Yeah, they're routers. Yeah, jammer, 16 band hidden antenna. My radios didn't come. Unsure on AWS. They seem to have transitioned to an intranet internet model because the network stops if it doesn't work. Yeah, everything was down this morning. Yeah, our first order was at 7 o'clock this morning, I think. Between 8 o'clock last night and 7 o'clock was 0 orders. Yeah, Wormy, you might be right on what that was. Antique shops asking a lot for old world globes. What's a lot? And what is the globe too, right? Like Rand McNally, is it a DeLorme? Like who made the globe? What company is it? Is it there's some things to globes, right? There are glass globes that have the overlay over them. There are globes that are more like the paper mache stuff. They use like a balloon and they build the globe around that, and then they, leave the mold inside. Some of them they popped them and pulled them out the bottom, and then just age. What globe is it? What size is it? Are they metal? What's the stand made of? Like we went in a globe shop and we bought 4 or 5 globes, and the lady's like, yeah, these are getting really hard to find. And we found 53 more, I think, that day. That same day, we had so many. I had bought so many globes that day we couldn't put another one in the Forerunner. Like they're out there, and yeah, they're not $5-10 like they used to be when we were younger. And like everything, I mean, if you look at like OD Green Alice pouches, right? The old 3-mag pouch. Is Amanda near me? I just saw her. I don't know where she's at here. If you look at the old 3-mag Malice pouch, you couldn't give those away. Like they weren't worth shit. You're selling them for $50-60 now a piece, right? Some guys in the club. Everything that is not of value to people eventually comes back at a higher value if you don't tear it up and you wait long enough. I mean, didn't Sotheby's just sell a Chevy Blazer for like $100,000, $120,000 that had like 20 miles? Some guy bought 6 of them and put them in a garage somewhere. Tell her it's probably time to change the oil in the Ford. Yeah, she knows. We're going out this weekend, off-roading. Just driving dirt trails. Yeah, Pokemon. Precious moments are not worth any money at this point right now, apparently. Alice packs are stupid. Yeah, they are. They are. 22, a kid hacked an email chain in India, and a whole air network shut down for scanning. We had to update everything around January 23 and never had another issue. They wouldn't confirm my theory. Are there flat earth globes? I would love to have a flat earth globe. What model is the green radio? No, these just came off Amazon. Evan very well might have these. I know he's got some larger radios. These are Baofeng DM32s, I think is what they're called. They're $65 per kit. But none of the other radios will talk in and outside this building. And I didn't think this one would until we keyed it up and it talked out of the building and a couple miles up the road. Wouldn't a flat globe just be a map? Come on, meow. Pokemon is cool. One Piece is 5x the money in 2 months. Alice packs, because all the cosplayers making ghosts. Oh, is that what's going on with that? Traded a bunch of Pokemon cars for a Chanel bag. Did you? Like today? Or like swap meet Louis Chanel? Like, did you do the trade at the flea market? You know, you can just buy Louis Vuitton bags and boxes, and then you can get the Louis Vuitton off Amazon, put it in the box. I sold the cars, and got her a bag when my sister was working for them. Ah, Sony guts. Does Jess know? She don't even care about that bag no more. It wasn't a purse. It was just the outer bag. Oh shit! He's probably telling the truth too. Pokemon. People are paying $40 for empty brown boxes that held Pokemon cards on eBay. Do they still make? I'm thinking Magic the Gathering. Way more faggy. I know. One of you dudes is typing right now about all the pussy you get, even though you play Magic. Last weekend there was a huge show in Nashville about Pokemon cards. And did you go? Were there comic book guys there too? I just buy it to overcharge the net. No, but my YouTube buddy went. I'll bet he did. Did he have a table there? Was he signing pictures of himself? I probably would have gone to that with you, Pierre. Hey, look up Tennessee Dirt Devil, Pierre. We're going out Saturday. You should bring your Humvee. When did Tar and Feather go at it? I mean, apparently they don't know how to lynch people either. He did. Of course he had a table. What was he selling? But did he catch them all the Pokemons? Was he there for his own company or was he there with another company? He's a nerd. Pokemon card. That's fucking awesome, man. I just need his wife to come manage my zoo. I'll bet he does. I'll bet he's got a lot of collections. Like hundreds of thousands and a few hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'll bet. Were there people in costumes there? Do you make mag pouches for duty belts? I do. Like pistol mag pouches? Sure. I also make rifle pouches that are belt mounted. Sure we do. Found the other day, sealed garbage pail kids. Took me back. Yeah. Didn't some of those smell? Didn't they have like scratch and sniff on some of the garbage pail kids? They were cool until they were politically corrected. I didn't know they still made them. I don't know, I didn't go. Just point at him and laugh and call him a nerd. Am I a vet? No, I did not graduate veterinarian school. But I do, well, they would probably call it torture. I don't really save any animals, but I do medical procedures on them sometimes. Sticker card's pretty cool. So I'm guessing if you're asking, you're new here. We manufacture all of this equipment that you see here, all over this building, and that's all gear all the way up there. And we build it on these sewing machines right here in small town USA, middle of nowhere, Tennessee, between Memphis and Nashville. And I started this company 35 years ago, and I still run this company. And I still sew almost every day. I design all the designs that we build. And we build everything here in America with Americans in this building. And every process happens here. All the raw goods come in, and we chop it all up and cut it all up and sew it and assemble it and then clip and clean it, and then we ship it out of here. Direct to consumer. No, I know you said veteran. I knew what you said. No, I am not a veteran. Where's the Dirt Devil? So it's all through Tennessee. It runs through Leaper's Fork. It's just 200 miles of dirt roads. And Amanda read some stuff that said some of the trails you need 33, some of them you need a locker. I've read actually very opposite of that. But we're just going to go run out, do some video and some drone shots and stuff. Cody's bringing his truck out, and we're just going to take the 4Runner. I think Tim's going, and Brandon might go. Gray visor. I do have gray visor covers. Absolutely, I do. I actually have some sitting right here. That's two of all the colors that we have. I've got gray, black, and I've got gray. I'm here. I'm doing the trail on foot. Yeah, guys, I don't know if part of it is the Trans-American Trail, but it's similar to that. There's some water crossings and stuff, so I don't know if your electric Humvee is gonna short out. I don't know. Maybe it'll reproduce if it gets wet. Son turned 16 yesterday. He is super into Dungeons and Dragons and comic books. I tell Sarah, at least we don't have to worry about him knocking some chick up. He got a Gen 3 19 for, well, that's a wonderful gift, man. That's very cool. Yeah, there's probably not a lot of girls at the Dungeons and Dragons nights in the basement, is there? Trans-Americans. Watch, at any cost, heads up. What's Marfugo warning about? Do I need to put the generator in the back of the TV car to change it enough to get there? Gotta watch out for the one girl that hangs around the gaming store, though. Because she has a small penis. Or she has the biggest penis out of the group. Or she's got two different dudes' babies in her. What's this? Oh, it's where the lenses, where the frame screw go. Gaming store smells. Doesn't smell as much as the dildo store. That odd latex and burnt Vaseline smell. Failed dreams. Also, no one pregnant at the dildo store. Found one of your micro rigs someone was selling close to me, used my lunch. Nice. What'd you pay for it? Does it have Velcro on the back to attach the dangler? And which one? We make, I don't know, 4 or 5 micro rigs. And that's cool. Thank you for rescuing it and giving it a good home. He's asking $350. Who's asking $350 for what? Raining. Yeah, it was raining here when we went to dinner too, Brandel. Not bad though. I think the really bad weather just follows you around wherever you go. $140 AK Micro has the Velcro. Oh, that's cool, dude. You got a good. That's a good deal, man. What do I charge for them? $155. All right. Did you get a padded H harness with it or anything? All right, guys, if this dies while we're up here, that'll be the end of the video. Oh, I have some fixed blade knives in here. Anything I'd like to start collecting? I don't know. Skulls of enemies. I don't have any skulls of enemies. He cheaped out, but I will right on, man. All right, guys. Anyone hear about Molt Book? It's an AI social media. I've not heard of it. All right, guys, I'm out. Watch for some videos in the next day or two. I think some videos went up yesterday. I got one I'm about to put up on Facebook and Instagram, so check that out. And we will see you guys tomorrow.